Mallett from Mallett Buildings today. I got my sidekick. We're a little short on barn talk, but we're going to start doing some stuff next week so we have barn talk every day by looking on some of the forums and picking up these things that really need to be talked about or discussed and see if we can have a lively discussion about some of these comments by people who are making out there. But anyway, well, by the way, Scotty Ray, I hadn't heard from you. I just want to know yesterday I was talking about Scotty Ray. And we hadn't heard from Scotty Ray out of DeRidder, Louisiana. He's that senior certified coating inspector. So we always want to tell Scotty, welcome to come on, Scotty. I hadn't heard from you and want to make it a little clear. So let's get this thing started. Today we're going to talk about Barndominiums, the step-by-step, how Barndo is built the Mallett way. All right, let's get this started. Okay, remember, $500, healthcare workers, military personnel, first responders, and educators. Folks, we're the only people that advertise who do that. What does that tell you? If everybody else is offering this, why wouldn't they tell the world and tell the world how much they're going to give? Makes you wonder, do they just say it or do they mean it? I think they just say it. So let's move on. Remember, $1,000 cash off of an elite or signature building. All you do is type in cash. You come to your building, you get immediately $1,000. All right, hey, today we have 61 different job sites going this week. We got 42 in Louisiana. This is where they're at. We have 19 in Texas. This is where they're at. Folks, I don't think any of my competitors can pull this off. Why? They don't have the team. They don't have the team to do it. They don't have a group of people that are working from the logistical operation to the delivery operation to the manufacturing operation to everything, folks. The inspectors, the whole 9 yards. Look at this. This says it all. I don't know why people want to do business with someone who can't do this, but it might be because they're operating out of their house or their pickup. They have no facility. But this is what's going on. So let's see where we're at. Hey, 42 different jobs on the buildings delivered. Hey, in construction, we got those. Farms, concrete being poured, gutters. That's this week. We do this every week. You want to go with the company that knows how to get it done? Obviously, we can get it done. They've been doing it for 26 years, not just a year or two, folks. Gutters, look at the jobs, electrical jobs, inspections. Folks, this says it all, I think. Hey, in Texas, we're going to, being delivered in Texas, under construction, electrical, farms, concrete, and gutter jobs. We have our own gutter machines, and that doesn't count our control joints, which I need to put that up there too, because we put control joints on all of our elite buildings. Now, let's see what else we got here. Specials and promotion. Wait, we still got 2 left. You still got enough time to come by your building and get 2, and you're going to get that pit, and you're going to get an Academy $200 gift card. This is for the lady, this is for the man. This thing's battery operated, it's first class. I'm telling you, that's a $600 value, that's an $800 value. I got 2 left, folks, 2. Come by that elite building, then the next, when's the last day in September? When? 30th. When is it? The 30th. Thursday? 30th. The 30th, which is when? Next Tuesday. So you got till next Tuesday. Come on in this weekend, folks. Buy an elite building, and we're going to get you one of these pits, and we're going to get your wife a gift card to Academy. What a deal. It's a deal. I tell you, we like to show appreciation to our customers. All right, let's see what else we got going on today. Hey, we're running the classic building, 30 by 30 by 12 for $19,999, 30 by 50 by 12 for $29,999, and a 40 by 60 by 12 for $46,999. Right now, these buildings are $4,000 off the list because we made a deal on a bunch of metal. And we dropped that price, put that savings on to you. Now let's start talking about what comes with it, other than my competitors. Folks, everything's 26 gauge, 4,000 PSI, not 3,000 PSI, all 2x8 trusses, and all 5-on-12 roof pitch is standard in all Mallett buildings. And that's a scissor truss, not a regular truss. A scissor truss would give you more headroom, okay? Always kiln-dried lumber, number 1, and we always use nothing but ground-treated lumber, not treated, ground-treated lumber. There's a difference, folks. We pay top dollar to get ground treated and top dollar to make sure it's number 1, kiln-dried, okay? All right, wait, 26 years in business. We have a licensed engineer on staff. We're a state licensed residential commercial contractors and have been that for 26 years. Registered engineering firm, and I give my personal cell phone number to every customer. Now, let's keep seeing what we got going on. Hey, we're going to talk about the king of the king. The king building, the best building in the United States of America. The best. Why? Because of what's in it. Is it most expensive? No. It has the most value. It is not the most expensive building. It has the most value of any building in the business, and it's the best built building in the business. Why? Let's look at why. All treated, engineered 2x8 scissor trusses, 5-on-12 roof pitch, 6-inch concrete, 4,000 PSI. All mono trusses are engineered. We don't use rafters. And today, which is a value of almost $3,000, you can pick what size door you want. Your choice also on the height. Those are normally extra charges. That's included in these prices. Okay? One's worth about $7,000. It's about a $10,000 value. It's going into this package. But let's talk about why it's the best building. It has gutters, it has zack screws, post protectors, and it has insulated roof and walls, and it has windows. It has everything. But wait, let's not stop there. 145 mile an hour wind rating. Working on something. I think the day is coming here. In the next few days, you're going to be seeing us put 160 to 170 on this building. The engineering, they're over-engineered, but you know what? Hey, knowing that you can take on the storm with that power, that's what this building's going to do for you. But I'm working on it. They're re-engineering. They're studying everything now, recalculating. It looks like we have built the best building, and it can take way more than 145. All right. Hey, Cajun Oasis. Look at this. Right now, you can buy a 20 by 30. That's got a 3-ton wall-mounted unit. This is climate controlled. This is an elite building. It's the best building in the business, and now it's climate controlled. Now you can come over here. We got a 30 by 50 or 12, and I think that's about to change. I think that we made some deals on some units. I don't know what we did, but I think next week you're going to see that price change. In fact, there'll probably be some specials on some buildings coming up, okay, on climate controlled buildings. We're about to put that together. We also are going to be offering foam insulation on all our buildings. We're moving everything into place. We already offer electric, because these buildings come with electrical package, roof and wall insulation, not the foam, but the regular, and this one comes with a 5-ton, this one comes with a 3-ton. Can't beat these prices, folks. I'm telling you, you know, if you're storing product in your storage building, imagine if you could temperature control it. Yeah, it'd be like your home. You could put your paperwork, you could put all kind of things. It would be totally different than anything you ever did versus just a standard building. All right, let's see what else we got today. Hey, ambassadors, those are going out. The newsletters are going out now. There's a lot of people receiving that. We want to try to we have a lot of people already as ambassadors. You get all kind of packages, all kind of things, referral dollars. There's all kind of things that, what's this? Scissor Trusses Clearance is you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Mr. Hackman. You're right. All right, let's see what else. Hey, I always like to talk about the 5 red flags. We go to the Secretary of State to see how many years it is. If you recall, Mr. Ray, Mr. Scotty Ray, if you're listening today, I don't know if you're listening today, but if he's not listening today, I want to tell you why I tell this about my customers, because I think that the people out there ought to know how to go check on these guys. Especially, you know, I'm sure as a senior certified coating inspector, you go check all those juniors, don't you, to make sure it's done right. Well, this is about the same parallel. We want them to go check these guys out, just like you go check those junior coating inspectors, right? Right, Billy? Scotty Ray? I'm sorry, it's Scotty Ray. I'm sorry there. But anyway, then we're going to go to the LSOBC. It's going to tell you what they're licensed. Are they a licensed contractor? Or are they just this home improvement, which means under the law, they cannot build over $7,500. That is the new law. Now, you also go there to see, have they been convicted of breaking state law? Folks, that's a big red flag. I would think that everybody would be very concerned about doing business with someone like that. Hey, I got over almost 650 reviews on the BBB and Google. Nobody's even close to me. I mean, I don't think I can find one with 10, much less 650. Check it out. Just go check, because that's where you find out the real story behind how the customers were treated. The Google reviews or the BBB reviews. Hey, you need to come visit our facility. We're very proud of our facility. And I think right now, if you look at our competitors, I'll let that be the judge. When you go see their facilities. And it's not even close. It's not even close. Now, let's keep going. Now, our competitors, they use 6x6 posts, 2x6 trusses, 2x8 headers, 29 gauge metal on roof and walls, 1 walk-through 40-year warranty. Over here, we're going to give you a 10-year workmanship warranty, not whatever. Number 1 kill dried, ground treated, 2x scissor trusses, 5-on-12 roof pitch, 2 free roll-up doors, free roof and wall insulation, 6-inch cement gutters, 2 3x5 insulated windows, lifetime warranty against termite, rot, rust, and fungal decay. Now that's just the beginning. Wait, we got some more. I'm going to give you ridge vents. The continuous ridge vents, which mean you won't have to put those on top. This goes under the ridge cap, and you're going to have way more aeration going on. 6-inch, 4,000 psi, Zack screws. We only use nails for tacking. Roof and wall metal screwed to the building, so we're going to screw the building the wood to the building, and we only use the nails for tacking there too. Remote picture and video monitor for inspections. We're going to keep a record of everything that's occurred during your job. We can always go back and skip in the cloud. Engineered Mallett. It's the Mallett cable system is what it is, but it's a retention system. We're the only ones that do this. And we put a 6mm moisture barrier down also. Hey, 145 miles an hour, I expect that to be raising here pretty quick. Post pads under every post, they don't do that. All metal is screwed to the wood. Post protectors, skirt board. Folks, that is the best building in the business. Nobody is offering that type of building. It is not the most expensive building. It is the building with the most value, okay? You need to understand, it's the building with the most value. All right, let's talk about barndominiums. Preparing the land. And before we start that, let me tell you, if you're thinking about building a barndominium, be careful about going to get somebody to design your plans who's not familiar with post-frame construction. You can spend a lot of money and come here or somewhere, wherever you go, and they got to redo the drawings. A stick frame will not work with post frame because the posts are put every either 8 foot, 10, whatever. So before you spend that money, and we have engineers and we have designers, we can do it for you. I see people coming with plans and we got to completely redo the plans. Don't get caught there. That's the first thing I want to tell you about barndominiums. Make sure whoever's doing it understands post frame construction. Okay, every barn starts with proper site preparation, clearing the grass, and leveling the land. We must also know this. The most important part is this part. The concrete is not your foundation. Your pad is your most important. So you start with that. Okay, you got to degrass. We elevate the clay pan and create it. You excavate to the clay pan, remove all the topsoil. Okay, you bring in a 60-40 sand clay mix, expand 5 feet beyond the perimeter, and compaction to ensure a solid base. Without it, slabs can crack or shift. And even with that, in Louisiana, you can get hairlines. But look, it's very important on any building, not just barndominiums, that you follow this procedure. The slab is not the foundation. What's underneath it is the foundation. Okay? And if you're going to build a barndominium, which is basically going to be your residence, make sure you do these things. And make sure you get them compaction tests. The most dirt contractors are not going to want to do that because you're not going to compact a pad with a dozer. You're going to have to get it with a vibratory roller or a sheep's foot. Okay? Let's see what else we got going. All right, post in the ground. We set a 6x6 MCA ground treated post 3 feet deep on concrete pads to prevent sinking. Post protectors and a barrier against soil decay, backed up with a 50-year warranty and a lifetime warranty or 500-year warranty on the product itself. Posts are aligned, squared, anchored to the entire structure. Raising the frame. Mallett manufactures our own trusses in-house for precision and strength. We produce a 2x8 truss on all our buildings. Trusses are secured to double 2x12 carriers with auto-lock screws, all IBC approved. 2x6 girts and purlins spaced 24 inches on center complete the skeleton of the barn door. That's 2 feet apart, not 2 feet on center, by the way. You need to fix that. All right, wrapping the steel. We use 26 gauge metal for roofs and walls, stronger than 29, lighter than 12 gauge. Every panel is fastened with Zack screws, not nails, except for tacking, for a lifetime rust resistance. Metal sheeting comes with a 40-year manufacturer's warranty. Okay? Concrete that lasts. We pour a 6-inch, 4,000 PSI microfiber reinforced slab. A 6mm moisture barrier is installed under the slab. Our engineered cable retention system ties the post and slab together. That's why no Mallett building has been lost to a hurricane in 25 years, except those who put them on top of the slab. If you follow my procedure, it ain't going to take it down. It might take some metal off, but it ain't going to take that frame down. And I've been through 16 hurricanes, folks. 16. Not 1 or 2, 16. Locking it in. Barndos come standard with rolled-up doors, a walk-through door, and an insulated window. Seamless gutters, skirt board guards, and rat guard trim protect against water and pests. The shell is complete, ready for interior finishing. So now we're done, right? Now, from shell to home. Once the engineered shell is finished, customers complete the interior. Layouts are flexible, vaulted ceilings, lofts, kitchens, bathrooms, and living areas. This is where a barn door truly becomes a home customized to fit your lifestyle. The only thing I can tell you about this is we have a 10-year warranty. The problem you have is once you bring in other subs, our warranty, it goes away. Because you see, I do not know who you're bringing in there, what they're putting on top, what they're doing. They're shooting nails, they're doing all kinds of things, and I've seen that. And they're pushing all kinds of pressures against the window, okay? So we got to be cognizant of that. You got to be careful. Yep, Mr. Ackman's right. Okay. That's a question? Did a lot. Did a lot change on the blueprints of the elite building to reach the higher? No. What it was, we were designing them. No. The way they're being built now, they're way over 145, Mr. Ackman. We didn't have to add nothing. We just got to figuring what we were doing. We really don't need 2 2x12s, but we put them. We really don't need, there were several things that they got to looking at. The 2x8 trusses, they actually engineered 100, I can tell you, those are engineered at 170 miles an hour. The trusses by themselves. Okay, so now we have to come back. They're now re-engineering to see what we did. We didn't realize that. We just happened to be looking at a drawing, and I said, man. So we realized that we were over-engineering, but you know what? I'd rather have 170 mile an hour truss, and now we got to put all the post spacing, all the things we're doing. 145, yes, but we believe we're going to get. We believe we'll get to 160 because we're going to keep the double 2x12s instead of single 2x12s. We're going to be putting the 2x8s, and we're putting them 3 foot apart. So everything about that elite building is already that powerful. But now, once we saw where the trusses were, we said, we need to check everything else. So we're recalculating. The engineers brought that to our attention in the meeting. And I said, well, he says, well, I know we're safe. Well, I said, no, I want to know what the building can do. If we can raise this, I want to raise it. I want people to know how strong this building is. I want to be able to tell people, hey, it's 160 miles an hour. Because you see, my competitors are all sitting down there at 130. They're not trying to make a building that's going to be powerful enough to take any storm that comes through here. We are. We don't want you to have trouble when that storm comes. We want you to be able to be confident that that building is going to stand the test when it's hit. Okay? They're only concerned about 130. That's all they care about. 130, 130, 130. Well, folks, Laura come through Calcasieu Parish almost 150 miles an hour. Some places 160. Probably hit the coast at 170. I don't know. But those type of storms are apt to come back again. And you need to have a building that can take it. And that's what we're creating here. A building that can get into that level. Yeah, he's right. We were way too conservative on our calculations. I said I wanted a 145. I didn't realize that we had engineered them so much higher. But we have, and we're working on that now. By next week, we should have all the calculations, and we'll see exactly. But I predict 160. I think we'll be at 100 because the truss is 170. I know what the trusses are. Nobody paid attention to it. I didn't. I just said I want to be at 145. Well, they didn't tell me we could go up higher, which we want people to know how strong they are. And that's what separates us from our competition. All right, well, today we're back to old Scotty Ray. Okay, Scotty, I brought you back up because I hadn't heard from you. I think we sent you several messages yesterday. If you recall, old Scotty Ray, you know, and I remember old Scotty Ray is a senior certified coating inspector, but if you listen to old Scotty Ray, you don't need all the extras. It's just bullshit. I guess they're overpaying you too, Scotty. I mean, it don't make sense. The contradiction is stark as to why someone who's in this business of checking all pipelines, all rigs, things of that nature, and he doesn't understand the process that, yes, it makes a difference. All the things we add to these buildings is like you testing or y'all testing all this pipe and putting these coatings. It's got to be right. Or guess what? Somebody's going to get hurt. Listen to this to get hurt. Here you can get hurt too. You blow it up, I guess. I don't know. But the bottom line is, folks, this type of stuff just goes to show you some of the stuff we have to deal with from time to time because people don't know what they're talking about. Or for some reason, they think that more is not more value. It is more value. Let's just take the gutters. An elite building comes with gutters. Surely Mr. Scotty Ray understands that that gutter is going to protect the erosion down at the bottom of the building. It's also going to divert water away, and you're going to be able to control where the water goes. Okay? There's a reason why, then that's value. Is it added to the building? Yes. Does it cost? But the cost equals the value. Scotty, you understand, Scotty? I mean, I can go down the line and start talking, just like we use all 26 gauge. It's more expensive. But we want the best on our buildings. So we go to 26 gauge. Okay? Do we put post protectors on every elite building? Yes, we do. Why? Because it brings longevity to the building. It increases the longevity of the post. The concrete doesn't touch the post. The dirt doesn't touch the post. It's value. It's all value. Why did we put cable retention system? For uplift protection. See, Scotty? The price equals value. You see, folks? People understand. Quit looking at the price and look at what you're getting for the price. If you're going to start comparing, yeah, you can go get it cheap. You can get a cheaper bid. but you're not going to get all the values. You're not going to get all those protections, which is ultimately, Scotty, what Mallett does. Has been doing it for 26 years. This is not our first rodeo. Okay? And then now, I'll tell you what, today I saw a price match. I'm going to tell you something, folks. These bids, these boys are sitting out there, they don't tell you what they're doing. I'm not going to get into who this is, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is a joke. If they're not going to tell you exactly what you're getting, like us, because in ours, I'm going to spell it out line by line. There ain't going to be in fact, I got a spec sheet that tells you exactly what's going on. Not this kind of silliness that doesn't tell you the whole story. So be careful with these guys. This is not how you do it. Now, look, if you want to go with that, go with it. But I'm going to tell you something. He's got so many ways to get out of it. Well, no, that's not what. See, if you don't put it down on a piece of paper, well, no, that's not what I told you. Well, you had it right here. I said, no, well, read that. That says this. It doesn't say that you're going to get that. Well, you told me that. I said, well, that don't count. That's what they're going to do to y'all, because they can't compete with us. They never have, and they never will. Okay, just that simple. Well, look, I'm through for the day. I think so. Let me see. Boom. Yep, I'm done for the day. Well, look, it was nice talking to y'all today. I always like coming when I'm in town, and I think I'll be here next week, at least most of the days. But look, thank y'all for listening. Look, give us a call at 337-214-0428, or call me on my cell phone number, 337-515-2154. Hey, we've got 2 pits left. By Tuesday, you got to come get that 2 elite buildings. They're going to be gone. And that $200 for your wife to go to the store. Go to the academy and get some nice clothes or some boots or some shoes. Okay? Well, look, thank y'all for listening. We'll see y'all tomorrow. It'll be a closing day for Tyler to tell what the week went. Thank y'all.